So I was a young lad, playing Gary's mod with my friends. Suddenly, I get a notification on my phone. A new trailer for Neo The World Ends With You has released. I watch the trailer, and I'm pleased. And then I remember, the first episode of the anime airs at the same time. So once I'm done playing with my friends, I boot up my very legal anime streaming site, and I watch the episode. I watch it, and I'm a bit confused. The scene where Neku attempts to kill Shiki is different. There are visible representations of noise influencing Neku's actions, and it doesn't cut away while Neku's suffocating Shiki like it normally does in the game. Instead, Hanakoma interrupts, something that the player doesn't find out about until Shiki tells them in day 3. I thought this was weird, but I thought maybe it's just a stylistic choice for the anime, save on time. Then, Neku sleeps while Hanakoma's talking to him, and wakes up in the crossing on day 3. However, this is different to the events in the game. On day 3, Neku is meant to wake up in the dark room with the bat noise that's messing with the electricity, so the lights are off. However, in the anime, he wakes up in the crossing. After Shiki and Neku wake up in the crossing, the two have a conversation that stays relatively the same. They leave out the part where Hanakoma interrupts, as the viewer already sees that happen in the anime, instead of Shiki having to tell Neku about it. So, as they continue, they head to A East and they see 777's technician, Futoshi. They defeat the noise possessing him, and he thanks them. Now, this struck a chord with me, as it made me more confused. They decided to cut out almost all of day 3, all the side quests that come with it, but I thought, it's only done to reduce episode count and save them money. They then find 777 himself, and he gives the two a pin that allows them to open the door to the dark room. Now, this is kind of when I started to notice something was weird. It had been a while since I played the game, so I thought maybe I was misremembering with the whole dark room. But I knew that the technician wasn't a Reaper, and I was weirded out when he could see the two. And even more so, the pin that 777 gave the two was the pin that is given to Neku and his partner on the 3rd week that unlocks all the Reaper walls. They then enter the dark room, and the lights are already on for some reason. Beat and Rhyme show up at the beginning of the fight instead of at the end like they do in the game, and the timer fades from their hands when they beat the big bat, not when Beat and Rhyme appear at the end of the fight to get rid of the smaller gold bat, like what happens in the game. The episode ends with a view on the Reaper base, and it shows Minamimoto when he originally wasn't in that scene. Now, that last one really isn't all too important, but there are so many pretty big changes to the original game that occur in day 3. But one massive change that I intentionally left out pertains to the place A East. In the anime, the name was changed. It went from A East to O East, completely separate. Now, I do have a theory here. The anime has fairly major differences to the original game, completely restructuring day 3. And I think the anime is actually not an adaptation of the game. Personally, I don't think it's an adaptation at all. I think it's an alternate universe to the main game. Now, The World Ends With You is really no stranger to having alternate dimensions. The entirety of the Another Day arc is a completely alternate universe, in which everyone plays Tin Pin and the concept of Reapers and players doesn't exist. Similarly, what's stopping there being an alternate universe where there are only very slight changes? Like Neku waking up in the Scramble instead of the Dark Room. A East has its name changed to O East, and 777's technician is now a Reaper. But you may ask, what's the purpose in having an alternate universe? Well, what reminded me that the anime even aired to begin with? That's right, I believe the anime's alternate universe will have some connection with the sequel, Neo The World Ends With You. The anime will finish airing by the time Neo releases, and as the anime goes on, there will likely be more and more differences. And it might become something like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where the story is similar, but it's definitely not the same. But as of now, it really is just loosely connected conjecture. So think about this, and like and subscribe. Please. I'm begging you.